Hi, everybody. Coach Kyle here again. Today, I wanted to talk about the difference between therapy and coaching. What is the difference? Is there a difference? I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about the two in comparison, and even among each one, what it is, what its purpose is. So I'm hoping to clear up some of that today and help anyone listening out there, anyone watching, make better decisions about what it is they're looking for, what it is they need. So, therapy. When I say therapy, what I mean is traditional talk therapy, that cliche sitting on the couch talking to somebody who's mainly listening, asking some questions, okay? Traditional talk therapy. Now, the purpose of this kind of therapy is to constantly retell your story, relive that story so that you get to a point where you're comfortable doing so and that doing so doesn't elicit this intense emotional reaction, this intense physical reaction, sometimes even. Um, so when we go through traumatic events, bad things happen to us, things we really struggle through, there's emotions tied to that. And we like to just bottle those up and push them down. And anytime anything reminds us of this, we have to tell somebody about it, relive it in some way. All those emotions come back. And this can be pretty debilitating. This can get in the way of living our lives the way we want. So, the purpose of this kind of therapy is to get us to a point where we're able to cope with things we've been through, things that have happened to us. Okay. So, what is coaching and how is it different? Coaching is forward looking. We're not digging into your past. Okay. We're focused on where do you want to be and how do we get you there? So, it's all about change, facilitation of change. So, it's kind of like there's a handoff from therapy to a coach, and it's kind of like a continuation of the process, if you will. So a therapist gets you to a point where you're ready to think about change, you're ready to make changes because you can now deal with where you are and where you've been. A coach can then take you forward and help you make change in your life. What changes do you want to make? Why do you want to make them? How do we get you there? What are the steps involved? That kind of thing. Okay, so this is a nice, clean, linear example. The reality is life is complex, life is complicated. The process of healing is messy, right? So while we may be ready for change in some areas of our life, we are definitely not ready for change in others. So it's not uncommon for someone to simultaneously work with a coach and a therapist. Okay. We're all working on different aspects of their life, and they're all starting in different places. They're all, in different states of readiness for change. So there is some overlap, and a good therapist can facilitate change as well. A good coach can be a good listener, can ask insightful questions, can help people come to terms with their past and their emotions. So there is some overlap. Okay. Now, how do you know which one you need? Okay. If you are struggling to come to terms with your past, things you've been through, you probably need a therapist. Okay. If maybe your past is still difficult, but you've come to terms with it for the most part, you can talk about it and you're ready to start making changes in your life to improve your life, you should probably seek out a coach. Okay. And this is a real difference. I mean, we operate in very similar ways. We work with people through conversation. We ask insightful questions. We do a lot of active listening, that kind of thing. So, from the outside looking in, coaching and therapy look very similar. They feel similar. But a coach and a therapist have very different objectives, very different goals. Um, we serve very different purposes. Okay. So hopefully this clears up some misunderstanding about what it is I do. I know coaching is by far the more often misunderstood one because it's newer. Coaching hasn't been around as long as therapy. Okay. So hopefully this is helpful and you can take this information and make better decisions about what kind of help you need if you need help. All right. We'll see you next time.